And moving on with the show, let's talk about CleverTap, right? Like, this is one of the all-in-one customer engagement platform where they give brands personalized user customer experience as well. And the company last year had actually raised around $105 million in its D-Series funding. Now, to talk more about the outlook of the company, where is it headed, what is happening in the world of startup, we're joined by Mr. Sunil Thomas, the co-founder and executive chairman at CleverTap. Thank you so much, Sunil, for joining in with us this evening on ET Now. Thank you so much for that. Sunil, I want to start, for our viewers' benefit, if you could start by helping us understand, one, what is the business of the company and what is the competition that you face in the market, if you could help us understand that.
Yeah, so thank you, Vinny. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's always nice to speak to you guys at Economic Times. So, CleverTap's, we just, spent 10 years as a company. We celebrated our 10th year anniversary a few months ago, earlier this year. And we are an all-in-one user engagement platform. We allow our customers, we sell to consumer brands primarily, and we allow our customers to essentially retain their most valuable users, identify their best customers, and essentially unlock limitless lifetime value from them. That's what we do. To your question, to second half of your question, this is broadly under the marketing automation, CDP, personalization, that kind of space. And if you follow the likes of Scott Brinker, etc., there's a lot of companies that compete here. And it's actually a very exciting space because there is no clear winner, and we feel we are in with as good a shot to be the global leader here as anybody else, really.
Right, Sunil, festive season is here. So if you want to understand what is the client confidence that is actually there in terms of demand trends that are shaping up this festive season ahead of the major Diwali festive season, which is there as well, what is it that you're picking up?
We see that a lot, Vinny. It's like, again, consumer brands, right? It's really hard to acquire new users. It's expensive to acquire new users. And keeping the users that you have acquired, sort of having a top of mind with the brand, etc., is extremely important. Choices are a lot for users, right? So the more brands that have already acquired, already given them a good experience, already the users purchase from them, or listening to a lot of music or seeing a lot of videos, etc., those are the best customers typically. And engaging with them, creating like aha or wow like experiences for those users is extremely essential. So there's a lot of demand, obviously, from what they want to do, right? And we do both sort of outbound as well as inbound channels, if you will, in the sense of messaging, right? That's outbound, when the user is not within the customer's applications or websites or whatever, then you can get them via push notification, email messages, WhatsApp, and multiple channels like that. But more importantly, when the user is within the app, then we allow for very deep personalization, what movie recommendations go for this Friday night, or where should you order your the next dinner from, and so on. So that's the all-in-one breadth of it. And so what we provide for, there's essentially a lot of demand for. Now, I don't know, Vinny, if you're referring as part of your question to the market conditions as of now, consumer brands and market conditions are not that good these days, right? From venture capital money, from profitability focus and all of those things. So those are times in life, and a lot of brands and a lot of companies are not growing as much as they're used to growing, and that that is reality. But the fact is that the existence of existing customers, the maximizing the impact or the lifetime value, as we call it, of existing customers is an invaluable tool, for growth, whether now also and in the future also.
Sunil, if you could just talk to us about the recently launched Scribe as well, and how does it help you as well?
So AI is a core part of the value differentiators that we offer today, and also significantly, like, because of the progress made in the whole core technology set, it'll also be the value driver by leaps and bounds going forward tomorrow, right? So we have multiple, sort of blocks of AI, if you will. There is simpler things like, what is the best time to send a message to somebody? What is the best time to remind a person to pay their bills? Or, what is the best time to say traffic's going to be high, on your way to your airport, things like that, right? So there's all kinds of sort of best time intelligence that we've been doing for a long time. Then there is so that's one side of it. There's another, there's a lot of user segmentation that is predictive and that is AI driven that we do for many years now. So, these 3,000 people are most likely to uninstall your application within the next 30 days, or, more in a positive side, these people are going to purchase a particular product or going to become a paid subscriber from a free subscriber in the next 30 days, etc. So automatically, creating these audiences for our customers enables them to save a lot of sort of manual effort, time, energy, and really increases operational efficiency. And that's, on the insight side, if you will, on the segmentation side. Then Scribe, you talked about Scribe. That's more on the personalization on the delivery side. We are able to, generate the best message that might resonate, whether it's an email, whether it's a push notification, whether it's on the homepage or whatever. And the best message can be actually tweaked, with emotions. So you can get messages generated these days at multiple places. But the twist we've added to our customers is that now you can tweak it by emotions. So there are 5 major emotions that we've picked on, like fear of missing out, and trust, and surprise, and joy, anticipation. These kind of core emotions, the 5 core emotions in a human. And the brand is able to, our customers, like the brands, are able to take any message and tweak it to their emotion, right? So some company stands for trust, and some company has found a lot of success with fear of missing out kind of messages, right? Sale ends Sunday night, buy something, things like that. But it allows the list of our customers to actually really, really optimize messages in terms of what their users will like and what their users are most likely to react and interact with, really. And that's Scribe. And then there is a third bucket about we call.
Absolutely, Sunil. But also, what is important is path to profitability. That's what everyone keeps an eye out on as well, right? So, one, what is it that you are looking at in terms of path to profitability? When can we expect that? And in terms of your expected IPO plans, when should we be expecting that as well?
Yes. So, we are actually in good shape there also, Vinny, like in just FYI and a little bit of context. I mean, and we are not a public company, so we don't really disclose a lot of this kind of information. But I'm happy to tell you, 2021, the year of 2021, we were already a cash flow positive business. So we generated more cash than we spent in 2021. In 2022, we did a pretty big acquisition. We acquired, a company called Leanplum. A lot of strategic reasons, a US company that we acquired and added to, the CleverTap family, so to speak. And, so we took on a little bit of their operational burn and so on. So we did a Series D fund round. We took on a little bit of operational burn, and by plan next, half of 2022, and 2023, we were, expected, that was sort of the plan, that we'll burn a little bit of money. But before the end of next year, we will be, again, cash flow positive and in actually very good shape. So we are a SaaS business, so we don't have the challenges around profitability that a lot of consumer businesses will face, etc. Because we can sort of, SaaS is a little easier in terms of tweaking that, and we have good core technology. We have many strategic advantages of, being in India from an R&D perspective, being in Sofia, Bulgaria from an R&D perspective, and we'll actually be well off very, very soon. We are okay now too.
Lastly, Sunil, I also want to know in terms of any inorganic opportunities, growth opportunities that are there in the pipeline for the company.
Yeah, I mean, always open. Yes, growth is organic and inorganic for us. We've made a couple of acquisitions in our 10-year life already. We continue to keep our eyes open. We are, playing, like you said, in an extremely, like we discussed, in an extremely competitive and in a very big space, so to speak. And it takes time to build, and if we can add or shorten that time to market essentially with something nice and complementary, I'm always looking out for it. We get a bunch of pitches. We have some strategy around it, what we look at, and what are complementary pieces we can add on, and it's part of life actually for us.
Okay, Sunil, thank you so much for joining in with us this evening on ET Now, giving us an understanding in terms of the business of the company, growth opportunities that you see for the business as well, and the path to profitability for the company as well. That was Sunil Thomas, co-founder and executive chairman at CleverTap.